families that have been described that seem to have nasopharyngeal cancer that runs in the family, and there are some tests that they can do on your blood to see if your family might be affected.
Okay.
If you're at all interested, I'd like to set you up to see one of our genetics counselors.
Sure.
That's not something that's emergent to do. I don't think it changes anything for what I do for you.
Yeah.
But what it may change is for your son in the future,
Yeah.
if you are found to have a mutation in your blood,
Yeah.
he may want to be tested at a younger age and,
Sure.
and actually screened for this.
Sure.
With the goal being to pick it up before it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, are there preventative things we can be doing? Like,
No, for you not as much,
Sure.
but for your son potentially, if he does have this, then they might look at just doing scopes basically, like once he hits his mid-20s or early 30s, taking a look in there.
early
Early detection. There's not an obvious way to prevent it,
Yeah.
but if you can detect it early and treat it early, it can
Yeah.
save from going through, it might be a radiation by itself rather than radiation plus chemotherapy plus all the other things. Okay, so to give you a start, this is your scan from October 2018, and this is your scan from May 1st. I'm going to look at the old one first just to remind you of kind of what we were dealing with in the beginning. So this really bright area, that's all your brain, and it's supposed to be bright because it uses a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
What we also saw, what's not normal, is this part right here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your brain, but this is all in kind of, that's the tip of your nose and your eyeballs and your sinuses, but this mass was not supposed to be here, and that was the main cancer, and you can see it kind of going down. This is the bottom of your nose.
It's just the right.
That's your jawbone.
The right is on.
The right, yes, correct. It's
Okay.
it's kind of
mirrored.
yeah.
Okay.
But then you had lymph nodes involved on both sides. So that was the smaller lymph node on the left,
That's
bigger
down in
lymph
my.
node on the right.
That's in my neck.
That's it.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
we're in your neck. Now
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
right
yeah.
around. This is the bottom of your jawbone
Yeah, yeah,
here.
okay.
So we're moving down the neck some more, and now we're starting to get into the top of the lungs,
Mm-hmm.
and that all looks normal. You're going to see a little bit of brightness here around your heart. That's your heart. It's normal for it to be a little bit bright because it uses a lot of energy to squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
That's your liver. And
Mhm.
that's where we saw the two spots in the liver.
Mhm.
The larger one right there, that's the one that we biopsied,
Mhm.
and then the smaller one right there, which we didn't biopsy, but it looked the same as the other one, so we treated them both as if they were the same thing.
Yeah.
That's your kidney. It's supposed to be bright because any extra goes out into the urine.
Mhm.
And so there's nothing else abnormal here. Your intestine takes up a little bit. That's the urine going from your kidney down to your bladder, and then you're going to see your bladder looking very bright there, but that's normal.
Okay.
But basically the abnormal areas were up here, but in
Yeah.
the nasopharynx and in the lymph nodes,
Yeah.
and then the two spots in the liver.
Yeah.
So now let's go to what we're seeing, and I'll try to get the comparisons lined up a little bit. Okay, so that's kind of the nastiest part of it. So now we're moving down on the 5-1 scan, and look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
this is how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
And that's what yours looks like now.
Now, in that area, in the nasal cavities, are you seeing anything like odd, the way that it's reconstructing, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it actually looks, to be quite honest, better than I thought it would after this went away. I thought there'd be more distortion.
Awesome.
So moving down here, so that's your jawbone and your teeth. Little bit of brightness in a lymph node, but it looks nothing like it did back then, so we all think that this is just kind of your body's healing process more than cancer.
Okay.
But you can see there's none of those really bright ones that we were seeing here in the neck.
Right.
And then to go down, we're going to go through the lungs again, which still look nice and boring, and to the liver, again, there's your heart, and we're not seeing,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're not
There's
seeing those
no
spots.
brightness.
There's no brightness there.
Yeah.
There's just kind of, this is the background brightness that we would
Yeah.
expect to see, but we see some scar tissue there, but there's that little marker they put in to aim the radiation.
Okay.
But there's nothing,
Awesome.
nothing like that. So
Awesome.
this is a beautiful scan. I'm thrilled.
Awesome.
I couldn't be happier. This is exactly what I was hoping to see.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's really great. I didn't know that we would be here, and I'm really happy with where we are right now. So, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I mean, you've been a trooper through all of this, and I know it's been a long road, and it has not been an easy road, but I'm happy with what we see now.
Yeah. Wow. That's really gratifying to see.
Yeah, it is.